Welcome back to another video, guys. On Today we are going to check the outlook on GJ and gold for the coming week, for this week. Now, starting on GJ, on the daily time frame, you can see that price has made a high at this zone here. So last week price made a higher high on Wednesday, and we started retracing. So from this high, we are going to potentially make a higher low before going back bullish. So on the lower time frame, on the 4 hour, it looks like this. So on the 4 hour, we had this double top here. We had this double top here. See the first touch, came back here to double top, which also, if you look at it very closely, is also like a head and shoulder pattern. So head, this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. So looking at it, this is a reversal pattern. So this reversal pattern forming on a high is indicating that price wants to retrace so that buyers can get a cheaper price to enter. So now anticipating price to drop back down to here. So as soon as market opens, I'm having a short position. As soon as market opens tomorrow, or tomorrow Monday, I'm having a short position here, from here back down here, and my target will be the minus 0.27 fib zone. That will be the first target, which is on this support here. So first target will be, as soon as market is opening, we're selling back down here, shorting it back down here. That's the first target. But potentially GJ might drop even up to this level, using this zone here. So use this fib zone down here, GJ might drop up to this level. So since we are trading against the trend, to be safe, or to be safe, you could close your position, or your position here, down here, or you could also close partial profit here and hold the rest down here, because potentially price might come back down here. Now price coming back down here, once price comes back down here, which is also, if you look at this previous data here, is also a change. Price might make a change of structure around this zone. So price might reject this zone and will continue bullish from here going forward. So that's it on GJ. Simple as that. So as soon as market is opening, I'm shorting GJ. Coming to the 2 hour time frame. On the 2 hour time frame, you can also see same thing. This head and shoulder, left shoulder, like I said, head, right shoulder. Now price also made this high. This was the last higher low price had before this higher high. Then before price changed structure, and this was lower high and lower low, another lower high here, lower low. So now we've come back to retest the last higher low that we had, which is a change of structure pattern. So all this is indicating that price is about to drop. So on GJ, once market is opening, you can short GJ. Coming to the daily time frame too, you can also see that zone also is a strong resistance zone, strong daily resistance zone. So you can see how many touches it had. It had this touch, this is the first touch, rejected of that zone, rejected of this zone here too, rejected of it, and now we're back there, back at that zone on the 4 hour time frame, came back to retest that same zone. So there's so many confluences on this, indicating short position or indicating bearish movement on GJ. So we came back to that same strong resistance zone we had on the daily time frame here, and we rejected it. See this candle, This candle is an indecision candle. This is a 4-hour indecision candle. This is also a indication that price buyers are exhausted around the zone. So we should be shorting GJ coming forward to the coming week. So short, like I said, short to this zone, and around this zone, I feel around this zone, price is going to continue back bullish. So around this zone from here, we should continue back bullish. So that's on GG. Short and simple. So now on gold. Gold. Last week we were expecting gold to be bullish, but we've changed buyers on gold. Like we always say, you cannot always stick on one buyers. As the market is moving, you can change buyers. If you see that the buyers you had before it's not what market is respecting, you can always change buyers. So last week we were expecting price to be bullish even up to this zone, to this resistance zone. But now coming forward to this week, after all this rejection of this zone and this change of structure that happened down around this area, is indicating bearish movement on gold. Now if you look back to previous data, now around this zone, if we are to use this trading view, um this tool here, if you are to take out all this data from here, now looking at gold around this area, now if you if you saw gold around this area here, you can see that gold made this high, came back to retest this high. So now this is a double top. So if price makes a double top at a high, that is a potential or a signal that price wants to go bearish or wants to retrace. So looking at this previous data, this is a high, came back, double top. So around this double top, price rejected it, as you can see. So now what price did was it tested that zone, that same double top zone, came back to retest it, came back to retest, came back now to retest it. So now we tested it once, twice. Now we had this trend line, bearish trend line too. I had this first touch, second touch, third touch. Now on the daily time frame also, we have this structure printed on it. This is a higher high. Now this is a higher low. This is a higher high. This is a higher low. Sorry, this is a lower high. So we have a change of structure. Broke the last higher low we had and made a lower low. Now this is a lower high coming back down now here. So what I'm expecting on gold is retest back this, retest this strong daily resistance that we have. As you can see, price rejected this resistance once, twice. So price has been reacting on this resistance. See also here, it came to this resistance and rejected of it here and here too. So coming forward next week, going to the lower time frame, the 4-hour, we'll get a broader view. You can also see what price has been printing or the price action that has been printing on the 4-hour. Now on the 4-hour, you can see this head and shoulder pattern too that forms. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. And price rejected off that right shoulder, came back down, came down, broke the last higher low that we had, broke it. Now this is a lower low, now this is a higher high, lower high, sorry. Now on this lower high, you can see that price made double top too. So this first, this is second one, so this is double top on the last, rejecting the last higher low that we had. So all this is indication of bearish movement on gold, bearish movement on gold. So potentially coming up for the next week, price might come back to this zone because this on the 4-hour is a strong resistance zone, as you can see. rejected of it here, rejected of it here to a lot of rejection around that zone. So now price at that zone and rejected of it. So I'm expecting a retest of that zone here, around here, then before price continue bearish. And our first take profit will be this strong support zone that we had on daily time frame. Going to the 30 minutes, to our the 30 minutes, you get a more clearer, more price action. So now on the 30 minutes time frame, you can see the strong resistance that we had. This yellow zone I have here is a strong resistance, which was a support before. Now it's now a resistance. Now at this zone, you see it added as a strong support. Our price rejected of it here. Now we are back under that zone. Now we are going to use this zone as a resistance. This was a support, now it's a resistance. Now so I'm expecting price to come back here, we test this zone, and we'll continue bullish back down here, or we might go bearish around here, down here, then come back to retest this daily zone, this strong daily resistance. Once we retest it and we get a rejection candle on the 30 minutes time frame, then we'll sell, we short gold down to here. Now if we are to use the fib zone on the 4 hour or even the 30 minutes time frame, let's use the 30 minutes time frame. If we are to use the fib zone on 30 minutes time frame, so we are going to get from the lower high here, this lower high here, to the lower low zone here. Boom. So if you are to use the fib zone, this will be your take profit zone around this zone, around this 3322.72 zone. So as you can see, this retracement, so we just retest back down here, and you can see the fib zone, the 0.382 zone is the golden zone. As you all have it, we use this 0.32 zone as golden zone, and you see that price is testing off that zone. So I'm expecting price to come back to this zone, golden zone, reject off it, then we sell back down here. Now price could go lower than that. If you go to the 4 hour time frame, on the 4 hour time frame, using the fib zone, same fib zone too, around here, boom, from the lower high to the lower low, boom. So your take profit too, you have different take profit. So your take profit could be, the first take profit could be down here, first one here, then the second one could be around that zone, the 332 zone, and the third one can be here, 3318 zone. So I'm expecting price to drop back down here. So yeah, so that's buyers and outlook on gold and GJ. Very, very simple. Market is pretty very clear. For the coming week, very, very clear and simple. So that's my anticipation for both pairs. But we'll see how those pairs react to, or how they react coming forward the next week, or this week, sorry. So that's it for this video. Bye. And please like, subscribe, and anticipate my next video. I think I'll make another video on Wednesday so that we can see how price reacts